Hey folks, Ash from BeingSwenglish, and it's Fredag, and that can only mean one thing, right? Fact Fredag! I need a jingle, because somebody recorded me a funny jingle for that. But anyway, if you've not seen this before, this is Fact Friday, Fact Fredag, whereby I'm talking about interesting facts about Sweden. Because I moved here over a year ago now, and I owe it to Sweden to know more about the country that I'm living in. And if more immigrants did this, perhaps we'd have more integration in Sweden with immigrants. But you know, I think it's really important to integrate, and therefore it's really important to know about Sweden and to adopt Swedish culture into my life, because I'm living here and I owe it to Sweden to do that. I wish more people would do the same. But anyway, in fact, in SFE yesterday, Swedish for immigrants, or as I like to call it, Swedish for idiots like me who want to learn Swedish, we were talking about the medel Svensson, which is a concept of the kind of average Swede. It's almost become apparently a little bit of a derogatory term for Swedes. So it's used as a way to describe the average Swede. So for example, the medel Svensson. Svensson is one of the most popular surnames in Sweden. Medel means middle, I think, average. Yeah, average or something like that. So what they're basically saying is the medel Svensson is, you know, they own a Volvo. They've got 2 kids, a boy and a girl. They live in a villa or a Lagenhetten. And they have maybe a dog, and they eat meatballs, and they have, not fajitas, tacos every Friday. Anyway, what was I going on about? So yeah, anyway, it's nice to know more about Sweden and Swedish culture. Fact Fredag. Medel Svensson likes to shop in IKEA as well, or IKEA as we call it in England. And I was in IKEA today, and I got an absolute bargain. I saw a sofa, and on the sofa, it said tillfälligt, which basically means temporarily unavailable, or kind of, you know, finished, that sofa is no longer available. And, you know, probably most people wouldn't think to ask, but I asked these 2 nice ladies in IKEA Helsingborg, can I buy that display sofa then? It wasn't for sale, you know, they were going to take it apart and send it off somewhere. And they said, we'll check, vi ska kolla. So they went away to their computer and did some stuff, and I got 40% off the sofa. So it's reduced from 7,000 krona down to 3,000 krona. Now I had to take it apart in the store. I felt like an absolute idiot, people staring at me. I was wearing a woolen jumper and I was all sweaty and horrible. And there were ice cream cones underneath it and kids' toys, you know, because it had been sat there on the display for a while. So I took it apart, carried it downstairs, and ended up getting it all into my car. Can you believe I got an entire 3-seater sofa in my little coupe somehow? I don't know how. But anyway, an absolute bargain. So it made me think, okay, well, for this fact Fredag, let's talk about IKEA. Why not? Now, I actually owe these interesting facts to a website called Ideal Home. So thank you very much, Ideal Home. But how cool to talk about the origins of fact Fredag. I also had some raka salad or raka macca when I was there. So very tasty. I love IKEA food. Anyway, did you know IKEA was founded in 1943? It's funny, isn't it? Because you look at IKEA and you think it's such a modern, trendy brand. And yet actually there's so much history to that brand. You know, you look at the logo and it looks modern, and everything about IKEA feels modern and trendy. And yet 1943, that was just towards the end of the Second World War. Isn't that incredible? Also, the name IKEA, or IKEA as we pronounce it in the UK, and funnily, some Swedes pronounce it IKEA because the rest of the world pronounce it IKEA. But in Swedish, you'd actually pronounce it IKEA. IKEA. The name IKEA is actually an acronym, and it's an acronym comprising of the founder's initials, Ingvar Kamprad, yeah, and the farm that he grew up in, which was called Elmtad, and his home village, which is called, oh, this is a hard one, Agunnard, Agunnard. I don't know. Some smart ass in the comments is going to correct me on the pronunciation of that, I'm sure. I think I know who. Did you know the first piece of flat pack furniture wasn't sold until 1956? So IKEA didn't start with flat pack, even though you say IKEA now, and that's like the stereotypical image you get of IKEA. A box, normally with 1 missing screw or 2 spare screws, or those little wooden dowel things that you normally get. Flat pack furniture was invented by someone called Gillis Lundgren. He designed the Billy bookcase. Oh, the fantastic Billy bookcase. He was hired by Ingvar Kamprad. So this is lovely as well, that the founder of IKEA was there right from the beginning, right until the end of his life. He sadly died, I think, a couple of years ago. But isn't it nice that he never sold out? He didn't sell to the big American tycoons. He was there from the very beginning to the very end, and I think that's really admirable. Swedes are like that. They're very loyal. You know, they well, apart from Volvo, they kind of sold themselves off to the Chinese, but that's another story. Yeah. Anyway, Billy Bookcase celebrated its 40th anniversary, so that's pretty cool. Globally, 2,000 products are introduced in the range each year. 2,000 new products. That means they have to list them all on the website, they have to train the staff, they have to do this and that, they have to get loads of spare screws and stuff as well. And imagine how many more returns they get as well, because new products mean problems. In fact, here's another fascinating fact that's not from Ideal Home. I did a video about 6 months ago about my IKEA desk, my office desk that moves up and down when you press a button. And I found a problem with it, whereby you'd move it down and it wouldn't go back up. So you'd be playing with the buttons and you'd make it go further down and down and down and down and down until you literally sat like this, thinking, what the hell am I going to do? I can't work sat like this at my desk. So I found out who originally manufactured this desk, and it wasn't IKEA. IKEA rebranded, and the actual manufacturer gave me a fix, which is to hold down some buttons on it. And that fixed it. And I thought, well, I couldn't find this fix anywhere on the internet. So I shot a video about it on this channel, and it's got the most views of my channel to date. In fact, I get a comment on that channel every single day from someone saying, thank you, you've saved my life. I don't have to sit on the floor anymore because my desk won't go back up. Quite cool. IKEA really needs to sort that out, actually, because, yeah. Anyway, each product is named after actual Swedish words. That's true. Look at, I saw a sofa in there today called Landskrona. Billy Bookcase, Billy is an actual name. My sofa is called Vimla. My bargain sofa that's now upstairs, Vimla. I don't know what Vimla means. I don't think Vimla means anything. In fact, let's just type Vimla into Google Translate and have a look. Vimla. I did ask in the shop and they said it doesn't mean anything. No, in fact, Google Translate wants to translate it from Turkish. In fact, in Turkish, it means nothing either. That's weird. Oh well, anyway, that wasn't very interesting. But yeah, the price tag comes first. IKEA prides itself on being affordable, not cheap. That's true. Now, I remember in the old days, whenever you bought a new house, when I bought my first house when I was 21, 19 years ago, I went to IKEA. Everybody went to IKEA. All my friends went to IKEA to fill their new house with stuff because it was cheap. Everyone's house looked exactly the same though, that was the problem. But it was cheap back then, but now I don't see IKEA as cheap. It's almost become premium. If you buy a kitchen from IKEA, it's not cheap compared to some places. So that's an interesting shift there. As they've become more successful, their prices have gone up a little bit. The UK is in frame for best sales. UK is the #1 market for sales of photo frames. We do like our photo frames in the UK, don't we? Here's another interesting statistic. They sell entire houses. Did you know you can buy an IKEA house? It's only if you live in the UK or Scandinavia, I believe, but they do sell flat pack houses. No estate agent required. The Bowclock house was launched in Sweden in 1996, but they actually have a building company called Ikano. You might know Ikano Bank. And I believe Ikano build houses as well in Scandinavia and the UK. That's owned by IKEA. So you can buy an IKEA house. And of course, it'll be full of IKEA stuff, of course. IKEA beds are good baby makers. Oh, I don't know if this one's suitable for this channel. Stats indicate an estimated 1 out of every 10 Europeans is conceived in an IKEA bed. Well, they're comfortable, aren't they? Anyway, let's move on from that one before, yeah. More than 11.6 billion Swedish meatballs are sold in the UK alone. I love IKEA meatballs. I have to restrain myself when I pull them out of that weird black bag, you know, the frozen bag you buy from IKEA, from pouring too many onto my plate because, oh, I love them. And they're so big compared to other meatballs you get in IKEA or Coop or Co-op or anywhere like that. The IKEA frozen meatballs are the best. And here's a cooking tip. I don't know if you've got an air fryer. I use an active fry. It's the best way to cook the IKEA frozen meatballs. They stay moist and soft and oh, I could so eat some of those right now. Anyway, Next statistic, they employ over 147,000 people. What an employer. And you know what? They're all lovely. I know some of my best friends in Sweden work for IKEA IT. They are absolutely amazing and lovely. And whenever I walk around the stores in IKEA, I just see smiley, happy people. It's like when they walk into IKEA every morning, IKEA give them some sort of multivitamin tablet that just makes them smile and be happy all day. Because these two lovely old ladies, I shouldn't say old, mature ladies that I bought the sofa from today, my Vilma sofa, were lovely. And I might have chatted them up a little bit to get my discount. But, you know, if it makes them feel good about themselves, then how lovely. And I was chatting to them in Swedish and they were teaching me Swedish and we chatted about life. This lady was lovely. If anyone watching works in the IKEA Helsingborg store, then please thank these two lovely ladies who work upstairs in the sofa department. One had tattoos on her arms, lots of tattoos and a nose ring. And she was amazing, absolutely lovely. They were great. More copies of the IKEA catalogue are printed than the Bible. Wow. Well, let's face it, the IKEA catalogue contains facts and, you know, stuff that's useful. So I can understand that. Anyway, we'll move on from that one. They are verging on global domination. Actually, going back to the catalogue one, I'm surprised about that because who looks at a catalogue anymore? I thought I'd heard recently that IKEA had stopped printing the catalogue. So maybe this article's a little bit old. I don't know. Anyway, they're verging on global domination. IKEA Group has operations in 42 countries worldwide. In fact, in 2014, they had 760 million store visits. They had, I thought it said 15 billion, 1.5 billion visits to IKEA.com and 46 million app visits. That is incredible. They're all the IKEA statistics. As I said, they're from idealhome.co.uk, so I have to say thank you to them as well for borrowing their stats. But wow, isn't that fascinating? I must say, if I'm ever bored and I've got some free time, which being a parent is limited, but if I just want to get out, you know, I can go for a walk at the beach, I can go for a walk in a field, I can go and shop, I can just sit down, I can go and sleep. But I add to that list going to IKEA and just walking around and looking at stuff. In fact, yesterday I took my laptop and I actually worked from the IKEA canteen yesterday. Aren't I sad? But you know why? They've got good coffee, well, lagom kaffe. They've got food, they've got good lunch, they've got meatballs, they've got fika, they've got, you know, bulla, they've got cinnamon buns, they've got they've got smiley, happy people. It's just a nice environment. I look around and I can watch people whilst I'm working, whilst I'm on a conference call at work. I can just watch people. And it's just, I like it. Maybe I should work for IKEA. Hope my boss isn't watching. Anyway, that's Fact Fredag. It was a long one, wasn't it? Ja, det har varit en jättelångt video. Men det har varit jättekul. Så jag hoppas att ni har enjoyed denna video. I don't know enjoyed. I need to look that word up. Yeah, anyway, we're coming up on 14 minutes now. So thank you very much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this kind of absolute nonsense blabbering on from a Brit in Sweden, then do hit that subscribe button below. If you're a bit of a loser and you don't appreciate this content, then hit thumbs down, I don't care. Hitting thumbs down is interaction, by the way. And if you do hit thumbs down, all YouTube will do is recommend this video to you even more. And it also shows that you're a subscriber, so thank you anyway for boosting this channel's views. But if you do enjoy this content, hit the thumbs up. Why not? I don't care. All interaction makes me smile. And when I see your comments on these videos, genuinely, I feel very proud and glad that I started this channel. It is Friday, so it's almost... I've still got 4 hours before the end of the day, but hopefully soon you can go and relax, get off work, enjoy a beer and enjoy hopefully a sunny weekend, because right now the sun is shining, it's not snowing yet, and jag hoppas att aprilväder är bort nu. I don't know if that's right, but April weather has gone. Vi hoppas. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Have a good weekend. Bye bye.